just what I suspected. Mirage is helping the Decepticons. I could never fire on a fellow Autobot, but Mirage is no longer one of us.
Perfect. My plan is working already.
First the Decepticons reward us, then they rob us! We'll take back our Energon cubes and more!
Time for me to reposition myself.
I'll report the Insecticon activity to Prime as soon as I take care of that traitor Mirage.
Hey guys, welcome back for today's unboxing video. I got 3 boxes of Transformers and yeah, I'm gonna have to find some more time to unbox these because I got 2 more monsters coming up which are probably gonna take a really long time to make a video for, but that's all in the future. For now, I got these 3 boxes, a kind of small one and 2 larger ones, and I'm gonna be starting off with the smaller one because I think I should be able to do this one without the manual, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. I'm noticing that the camera's a little bit high, so I'm gonna adjust that and just make sure that it's also in the proper position to make the transformation visible. This should probably do it. So yeah, let's get into this one. I'm not sure. It feels like there's some air cushions there, but not sure about that. So yeah, again, for this one, same goes as for some of the other ones. There are different versions, and I was just not sure which one to get. But I really wanted to get this one because I think it's a pretty cool robot. It does have some appearances in the original G1 cartoon. And I kind of like the type of vehicle it is, and the design of the robot is pretty cool, I think. And yeah, let's just see how this turns out in toy mode, figure mode. And what it is a blue and white Autobot by the name of MIRAGE, which is actually called SPHINX in this model because they cannot use the name as a 3rd or 4th party. This is what the box looks like on the back side. As you can see, he transforms into a Formula 1 race car. And I thought this one looked pretty cool on the picture, so let's go find out what it looks like in the actual in hand. So the model name is PS-01C, cell shaded, probably animated version, espionage, and yeah, let's open it up. Got some extra stickers with it. Always nice. Never enough of those. And I'm not sure which manufacturer this is. I thought it was OCULAR Max, but in general they are more expensive than the other models are. But I think it was OCULAR Max. Yeah, OCULAR Max. It says right there. So we got some accessories here. And a different faceplate as well. 2 actually, I think. 2 or maybe 3 even. Let's open this up. Yeah, okay, so we got 2 different types of faceplates, which look like this. Let's see if I can get that on cam properly. Sort of a serious looking typeface and a more smiling one. And then we got the back side of the head as well. So you can give them different types of looks, which will be shown of course at the end of this video. You got the little deciphering translucent card to lay over the backside of the box to very G1-esque toy line to show the stats. We got a tiny trading card with some character description and the manual. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that actually looks pretty clear, so that's very nice. We'll see how that goes if I need it. Then we have the shoulder cannon with a does it eject? You can pull it loose, but it does not eject. With a silvery tip, the rocket launcher, and the black launcher itself. Looks pretty cool. And the handgun, which is also silver, so that's pretty cool, pretty detailed. Looks good so far, I gotta say, very promising. And let's put this to the side and take a look at the actual model. Oh wait, we got some more stuff here. What's that? Oh, it's like a sort of a parachute thing, I guess. Yeah, I think it's a parachute thing, which I'm not gonna be using, but it's a nice little accessory you got there. And from what I can feel is that it feels pretty heavy. Let's just hope it's very sturdy as well. Oh, it's pretty decent, I gotta say. It's not extremely heavy, but it's not light either. So it's probably some metal in there. Rubbery wheels, pretty cool. Does this look into place? It does. Okay, I can already feel all kinds of moving parts in there. Let me just give you guys a small close-up. Not sure if this can be pulled out or not. Okay, so this is what the race car looks from the side, with a little driver in there, which can be taken out. But it does cover up some kibble here. And this is what it looks like on the front. Of course, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be putting an Autobot logo on there eventually. The other side and the back side looks all pretty clean, I gotta say, apart from this part, but you can cover it up with a little driver thing, if that's your fancy. I'm gonna be using it in robot mode anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. And then the bottom, where you can see all the kinds of parts. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna get into transforming this, or try to transform this, and see how far I can get without having to use the manual. So I'll just put the manual here just to be sure. Got it close by. And yeah, here we go. right, guys, I sort of got it transformed, but it's not the proper way, I can tell. I don't know where to hide the engine blocks. The legs are probably not done the right way. There's this little part here which I don't know what to do with it. I'm not sure if the wheels are done properly. I don't know if anything is done properly. There's a thing about the arms, which I prefer this look right here, but that makes the arm being turned around and then you don't have a double joint. So with turning it like this, you only get a single joint, which might work. I'm gonna have to look into that with the posing and whatnot to see if that actually gives them a good look. As you can probably tell, quite a lot of stuff dropped off. I don't know if it's partially parts forming or if it was just handled too roughly by me, or I don't know. There's this big part on the back side which I don't know where to put. You can turn it around and have it cover it up like this, but maybe I should expand it a little bit more. I don't want to put too much force on it because of this. I'm afraid of breaking it, but it might have to be so that I can shift it down a little bit more to cover up the wheels on the back, and then maybe lock into place right here. It does seem like that's the way it's supposed to be done, but like I said, yeah, I don't want to break it. It feels kind of sort of fragile, but maybe that's because of these parts dropping off. I just don't want to risk it. I'm gonna look it up in the manual. There's this part which I can't really get into, can't really place properly. There's this little peg right here which I'm pretty sure this one has to overlap, but I cannot shift it down in there enough. These white little panels here, which I had to fold out from the nose of the car, I might have to expand them a little bit, but I don't see a hinge there, so I'm not sure about that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff which I still have to fine tune on it, but you do get the overall gist of the figure, I guess, by looking at it like this. All kinds of moving parts, pretty poseable with all the joints in there. It feels sturdy enough, but I would have preferred it if all the joints had been a little bit more sturdy than they are right now. I'm not that confident in moving stuff around, and why won't this just fit in there? Why is that? I don't know. But yeah, it can hold a pose, so that's pretty cool. That's very nice. This is the actual faceplate that he comes with by default. I think I might keep that one, but I might go for the little smirk. I might go for this one actually. I'm gonna have to compare the two. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna be transforming it along with the manual step by step to fine tune everything. But I do want to apply the weaponry and to give you guys a look at it right now. I don't really like the way these fists are handled with all the gapiness right here. So if you turn it like this, it looks a little bit lackluster, to be honest. Could have been done better, and I just prefer the sleek look on the arms over the little bit of rib stuff right there. So let me go check out. Can I even open his fist? Yeah, okay. So his fists are full grip, open and closed, no individual fingering. Pretty cool looking gun, and he can actually hold it. It does stay in position. Yeah, all the joints are not as tight as I would have preferred it, and I was expecting more from this, to be honest. Mainly because in general the models of OCULAR Max are more expensive, so I was expecting a little bit more quality. but I guess the engineering is pretty cool, but the quality of the material used could have been better, I guess. So where do I put the shoulder cannon? It's probably gonna have to clip in somewhere. Does it go here? I think it goes there. Guess not. I don't see any other place where to place the shoulder cannon apart from this spot. Maybe it does go here, but can't move it up. It's too bad. Maybe a little bit. Let me just look it up. So it seems like I gotta put the shoulder cannon in the place where I thought it would have to go, but that doesn't allow me to point it upwards, which I would have preferred, but there seems to be a panel in the way, but that might be actually something which I still have to move around or something, which would allow for it to go upwards. But yeah, that's as far as the transformation goes for now. I will look into the fine-tuning a bit. He does look pretty cool, I gotta say. It's a bit empty here because of there's no there not being any Autobot emblem, but that will be fixed eventually. But yeah, overall it looks pretty cool. Too bad about the parts falling off. Some plastic feels very sturdy, very nice quality. Other parts, they feel kind of a little bit cheapish, like the parts on the arm feel pretty cheap, the wide parts. These flaps are really loose, like these hip flaps, which doesn't really matter because they should be falling down when the legs are down anyways. There are no ratcheted joints, I don't think. Haven't come across any, so not sure about the durability of those. But yeah, let me get into the articulation of the robot. Very articulated, I gotta say. Like there's all kinds of joints everywhere. The only ones I have not seen yet are butterfly ones, but they are actually in there as well, so that's pretty cool. I really had a hard time making him more wider with his shoulders. I really couldn't find out how to do that. Eventually I did, but that was kind of a struggle. Oh, his knee joints are a little bit loose, but that should probably be all right. So yeah, his head can turn all the way around 360. He can move forward with his head, backwards. He's got a wobble to it, like anything you would want basically. He can look up, he can look down. Very nice. He can move his shoulders up. There's a little butterfly in there as well, backwards and forwards, and he can rotate around 360, extend it like this. Very nice. Like you can basically do anything with it. Bicep rotation. And we got a double jointed elbow if you put the proper side up. But yeah, like I said, I prefer this look over this look, but to each their own. You can move the wrists around if there's no gun in there. So you can move them around 360. You can even shift them up or down a little bit because of this little mechanism here to hide the arms inside here for the transformation. But I don't think it's intended for the wrist to move around, but you can actually move the wrist around with it. He does have a movable thumb. I was not aware of that, but he does have a movable thumb. The individual fingers are oh wait, maybe this index is individual. Yeah, okay, so he can move his index finger apart from the other fingers. So you can actually do that, and then the thumb up as well. So that's more articulation than I originally thought. His torso can move around 360 around, and we have a little ab crunch going on. Let me just move this out of the way so you can actually see that. So this is a neutral position. You can have a little ab crunch, no back crunch. You can spread his legs like this, no full 180 but pretty close to it. He's got a little thigh rotation, which is 360 around as well. Backwards movement of the leg, not really 90%, 90 degrees, and forward, full 90 degrees. Then we got the knees, which are double jointed. Did I mention? Yeah, I did mention that. We got a double jointed knee. Very nice. All kinds of positions. Very cool. Like, this is crazy. This is very cool. And then we have an ankle rotation, or pivot actually. And yeah, we got the wheel, which is used as a heel. Okay, so during the transformation, I was kind of like, well, this is a letdown with all the stuff dropping off and some joints feeling a bit loosey. But I gotta say, in the end, that this is a pretty cool figure. I mean, yeah, I hope I can still fix the shoulder cannon, make it move upwards more. But just take a look at this, like what kind of, all kinds of positions you can put him in. Very nice. Move this around for the double jointedness. I mean, look at that. Oh, here we got another part dropping off. Just as I was praising this robot, it lets me down a little bit. But yeah, some parts are loosey, some parts feel a little bit cheap, but it's a very cool looking articulated robot, so it is still a recommendation for me. OCULAR Max SPHINX, otherwise known as MIRAGE, a espionage guy from the Autobots. Very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this. On to the next one. Later.